Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey,
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Oh, what a move. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 21 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Hall again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Fields on first down. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Fields. The 20. Flop touchdown. Chase Claypool. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hall want to give up the middle.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
To throw is Wilson.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll find Hall. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers into formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have retaken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Again, it's Henry.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here's Fields. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed it pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And connecting here with DJ Chark. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down in the 32.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5 now.
Fields. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now Fields.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cole Kmet, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
All again on 2nd down.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
74 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down. Here's Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quinnen Williams
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Wilson to Moore there for a Jets first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A give running right is Hall. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 46 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A first down carry for Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 10. A little under a minute to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Wilson. They still can't get him. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One last shot for Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did. But they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate. Because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for Tennessee, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on